Have you ever met someone for only a few minutes and realized years later that those few minutes changed everything? I have. Looking back, I admire whenever people called me a great fisherman. Truth be told, the greatest catch of my life happened on the day I caught nothing. Funny how God works. Now, where was I? Yes, the morning a carpenter climbed into my boat. Only not fully arrived. The shoreline was alive. Children ran between the fishermen. Women carried baskets. Remember, I was walking down the riverbank. Confused, worried. Then I saw people walking down. It was close. Merchants shouted across the market, yet no one seemed interested in buying fish. Everyone were looking at one man, Jesus. I've never seen anything like it. People went following him because he was famous. They followed him because they couldn't stop listening. Even from a distance, his voice carried across the water. Oh, clay, as if every word already knew exactly where it belonged. The crowd kept pressing closer. Then something unexpected happened. He looked around. His eyes circled on my boat. My boats. Of all the boats on the shore, mine. He walked towards me. Now I had expected many things that morning. A good breakfast, another lecture from the tax collector, maybe even another joke from Mother Miriam. I did not despite the rabbi. Don't pull on my fishing boat. He smiled. Simon. There was something about the way he said my name. Simon. Not loudly, not dramatically, just as though he had known me all my life. May I use your boat for a little while? Now tell me, what fisherman says no to a man who acts so politely? So I pushed the boat back into the water. And that simple decision changed my life forever. I sat behind him while he taught. I will to tell that I remembered every word. I don't. I was exhausted. My shoulders still hagged. My hands still smelled of wet nets. But I remembered watching the faces in the crowd. Some smiled, some cried, some simply stayed. It was as though every person believed. Everyone believed he was speaking directly to me. They must be saying, I've never seen anything like it. When he finished speaking, he turned towards me, and again he called my name, Simon. Take the boat into the deep water. I blinked. Deep water? In broad daylight? Clearly this man knew many things. Fishing wasn't one of them. I scratched my beard. Then I smiled politely. Teacher, we walked all night. Not a single fish. Daytime isn't exactly when fish volunteer to be caught. He simply smiled. He looked at me, not offended, not impatient, just waiting. There was such quiet confidence in his eyes that I found myself saying words I still don't fully understand. Then I said, but because you say so, I'll let down the nets. Sometimes fate begins with 5 very ordinary words. Because you say so. The net disappeared beneath the water. For a heartbeat, nothing. Then the ropes jerked so violently they nearly slipped from my hands. Andrew shouted, Simon! The water exploded with movement. Fish! everywhere. Hundreds, no, thousands. The mates strained until I thought they would tear apart. I screamed towards the shore. James, John, bring the other boat. They came racing across the lake. Soon boats were overflowing. Fish covered the floor. Water splashed everywhere. We laughed, we shouted, we struggled just to stay afloat. And then, in the middle of all of that excitement, I looked at him. He wasn't surprised, not even a little, as though he had expected this all along. Then it struck me. This wasn't about fish. This had never been about fish. I fell on my knees. Lord, go away from me. I am a sinful man. I have spent my whole life believing I understood the sea, yet standing before him, I realized how little I knew. He placed his hand on my shoulder. Don't be afraid. Simple words. Yet, no one had ever spoken them like that. Then he smiled. From now on, you will catch people. I didn't fully understand, but somehow I knew my whole life had just ended. If you ask most people about that day, they'll tell you it was the miracle of the fish. They're wrong. The greatest miracle wasn't that Jesus filled my nets. The greatest miracle was that he invited an ordinary, stubborn, sinful fisherman to follow him. And somehow, he still hasn't stopped calling ordinary people. Well, next time, I'll tell you what happened when I walked away from everything I've ever known and discovered that following Jesus costs far more than a boat.